Welcome to Cabo Properties YouTube channel. Kushe Cabo. Hello. This is Cabo Properties YouTube channel. My name is Showers. I want to talk today about something very, very important, and that's about the houses, our buildings in Sierra Leone, especially in Freetown. That's what I want to talk about today, and I would like you guys to participate as well with by dropping your comment in the comment section, and let's share ideas and let's talk seriously about our buildings in Sierra Leone. Before I get into it, please do me a favor by subscribing. When you subscribe, you help this channel massively. Please do that. So just subscribe, is free. Just subscribe, and of course click the notification bell so when we post other videos you get notified. Please do that. For those of you already here who've subscribed already, thank you very much. For those who haven't, please hit the subscribe button. Okay, don't waste time. Let me get into this one straight. The buildings in Sierra Leone. How safe are our buildings in Sierra Leone? We've all seen, especially recently this year, between July and now, we've seen several buildings collapsing in the capital city, Freetown. And of course, up country as well, we've seen bridges collapsing, especially going up to my hometown, Kamakwe. I saw videos of a bridge, two bridges that collapsed, or three now even. I think at least two buildings collapsed, were flooded and collapsed. And one of them, I think I saw a massive truck try to drive over the bridge, and that's when the bridge collapsed. So what's happening with our buildings? How safe are they? Why are the buildings just collapsing left, right, and center? Again, I want to be clear. It's not the majority of buildings, but still, one building collapsing is still a major situation because lives were lost. So it is still major. We've seen buildings collapse at SS camp up around, Regent Hill Station end. And then at Congo Town, I think at Wilkesy Road as well, a building was about to collapse, or it was collapsing. Something was happening with that building. I think they stopped the building project or something like that. And of course, recently, this is a couple of weeks ago, a massive 7-story building collapsed at Shell, east of Freetown. What is going on? Where is the problem? Where does the problem lie? Is it because the building materials we're using are not proper, are not good enough? They are not really substantial? Do they not meet the standards that is required for a building material? The other question I have is, the builders, the engineers, the surveyors, the architects, the contractors, do they not check the quantity of the type of material that they're going to use for the type of building? Or when they're mixing a sand to cement, do they check the ratio sand to cement? For concreting, for whatever that is that you're doing, do they really check how much sand you should measure versus how much cement you should measure to build a brick or to do concreting? The rods we're using, do they meet the standards that is required for iron rods to be used for pillar or for floating, concreting? These are all valid questions we need to check. What are the standards in Sierra Leone? Do we have people that really do check? I'm sure the government have a whole, group of people, organization that are in charge to check these things. Do they really check? How do they check? What do they use to check that these materials, this iron rod, this cement, these nails meet the standards that is required to build a 2-story building, 3-story building, whatever that is, to do concreting? We need to question these things and we need answers, because really, this is really, really serious. It's really, really serious. It's really, really mind-boggling that buildings just collapse. And, it's not, definitely, it's not something that should be happening just like that. So we really need answers to these things. We need to ensure, and of course, those who are, obviously, the other thing is the area where people are building as well, the locations. People are building near swamps, some people are building in some waterways, etc. That's also need to be considered. Those of us who are building in Sierra Leone, we need to, ensure that we're not building in places where clearly there's a waterway or a swamp. It doesn't make sense. Some people block the roads as well. Even where there's meant to be access road, people will build there. They don't care. People don't think of putting drainages around their houses. It doesn't, I don't understand. Even the main drainages that we have there on the roads, that they're already blocked up anyway with people throwing dirt inside, So again, that's probably something that the government need to take accountability for. We need more bins across the country. Those massive skips, we need them so people can put their rubbish in there. Otherwise, people just throw it in the drainage. I'm not saying people should be doing that, but of course, you need to give the people the option, the alternative, not even the option. You need to provide the facilities for them to be able to empty or throw their rubbish in a designated area, or in a place that the government, in a bin that the government have provided, and that has to be emptied in a designated area. So we are safe, people are safe. Safety is important. Health and safety. I'm just confused. That's why I'm asking all these questions. I'm just confused when I keep seeing images of these buildings. Again, I need to reiterate, majority of the buildings are still there. They haven't collapsed. I'm just saying for people who are watching me, because I know a lot of people from abroad are watching my videos. Majority of the buildings are there. They're not collapsing. But just the few that have collapsed, they are still very, very significant. They are important to talk about. And the government needs to really put foot down as to, standards. They need to take measures to ensure the standards are met for building materials, all sorts, any type of building material that we're using, even including the cables that we use and the switches, the plugs, because there's fire as well. I've seen lots of fires in Sierra Leone. So that again needs to be looked at. Of course, the builders, if you're building a house, you need to really put foot down as to what materials is meant to be used in a building. I know one of my properties, the store in particular, we had to change all the cables in the building because for some reason they became what they call powder for some reason. I don't know why. But these cables, put them in, few years later, they were becoming all funny and they were cutting just by, they just cut. And so then the lights had to spark. Imagine that would cause fire. Luckily, we found that out soon enough and changed all those cables in that shop, in the whole shop. We changed all of them because somebody decided to buy cheap cables that does not meet the standards at all. That is not good enough. I just saw this image you're looking at here, this building. According to AYV, this building I think is going to be demolished, and another building, because they're they're at risk or whatever, they're hazard. And this building in particular is adjacent to the building, the 7-story building that collapsed in Shell, according to AYV. So they're saying that I think the disaster management, or whatever they call them, agency, they are looking to demolish that building alongside another building. Of course, I don't know who owned the building, but yeah, they need to probably contact that person and then they have a discussion and see if that person will be compensated or not. I don't know. But also, that person should have thought about not building in that area anyway. But then again, it comes down to, well, who gave that person building permits, in fact, in the first place? Who sold the land? Who signed those documents? Who gave them building permits? Who surveyed that place? There's so many questions. Why would you go and build in a place like that in the first place? Did you not think, hang on, this is not safe around here? People, I see also, that's the other thing as well in Sierra Leone. People build literally on the road as well. Like people who have shops. You see people put their houses and their shops literally on the road. And they do this slab thing that come across and go literally connects to the road as well. I see people do that a lot. I'm like, what is going on? Where is the parking? This is all part of safety. Because I know my store, I push it at the back. Where I built it, I push it at the back. Because I was thinking 50 years from now, there's going to be more vehicles in this area. It's going to be populated. We need space to park. You need people to be able to unload and unload, especially if you have a store. And also, by providing that space, it means when the vehicles come in to park or to unload, they're not blocking the streets. That means you don't create traffic. But people think I'm stupid. A lot of people will say, well, your shop is at the back. That's why we cannot rent it this much. We can't pay that money. I say, but it's safe. You can park your car. You have parking. You can unload and unload safely. You don't have to worry about blocking the road. I don't understand why people not thinking through this. They're still building. And right now, that's area in I don't care in the first place. In I don't care. It's already looking like Lumley. Already looking like Lumley. People have moved there. Obviously, there's lots of shops now. Buildings are there. People are moving there. When you go to 7 Battalion or Godrich Junction, that place looks like Lumley now. People on the streets selling stuff. And it's going to keep on growing. It's going to keep on growing. Whether you like it or not, it's going to keep on growing for the next 5-6 years. That area is going to be packed. All that area, all the way along to Laka, is going to be packed with people and vehicles. Because now the road has also has been fixed. I think, it's been fixed, continued all the way to Toke. And of course, now it goes around to Waterloo. That means more people are going to move to that area. And that means I don't care, it's going to get populated. More and more populated, more vehicles, more motorbikes, more people. And if your store is on the road, now you're going to create traffic because people are going to park to load, unload, stop. You're going to have a car, you want to park it, you want to park it on the road. There you go. Somebody's going to scratch it for you or damage it. God forbid. Why are we not thinking about all of these? Anyway, let me not make this video too long. I just wanted to, put these questions out there and make my own little comments and see what you guys think. So drop your comments in the comment section with your questions or with your answers, with solutions, what ideas you think we could put together, and see what's possible. Yeah? But thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. My name is Showers, and this is Cabo Properties YouTube channel. Peace. Right, folks, don't forget to
subscribe to this channel now.